Have you ever felt so worn out that you just couldn't keep going? Like the weight of life was too much to carry? You're not alone. But what if I told you there's a source of strength waiting for you right now? Today, we're going to talk about one verse that has carried millions of people through their hardest days. It's Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Let's break it down together, one step at a time. No fancy words, no complicated ideas, just simple truths for everyday life. Step 1. What does hope in the Lord mean? First, let's talk about what it means to hope in the Lord. Hope isn't just wishful thinking, it's about trusting that God's got you, even when things feel out of control. It's like knowing the sun will rise tomorrow. You can't see it yet, but you trust it's coming. When life feels heavy, putting your hope in God is like saying, I don't have to do this alone. God will carry me through. Think about a time when you felt completely overwhelmed. What if, in that moment, you let go of trying to fix everything yourself and said, God, I need your strength? That's what this verse is inviting you to do. Step 2. Renewing your strength. Now, what about renew their strength? Picture the stream, always moving, always refreshing the land around it. That's what God does for us. When we feel drained, He doesn't just give us enough energy to scrape by, He refreshes us completely. But here's the thing, we have to make space for it. If we're running on empty, but never pause to connect with God, we miss out on the renewal He's offering. Maybe that's taking 5 minutes to pray, listening to a worship song, or just sitting quietly and saying, God, I need you. Simple moments like these can recharge your soul. Step 3, soaring like eagles. Let's talk about the part that says they will soar on wings like eagles. Why an eagle? Eagles don't flap around frantically like smaller birds. They spread their wings and let the wind carry them higher. When we trust God, we don't have to rely on our own strength to get through tough times. God becomes the wind beneath our wings, lifting us above our struggles. It doesn't mean the problems go away, but it means we can face them with a new perspective. Instead of being stuck in the chaos, we rise above it with God's help. Step 4, running without growing weary. Life is like a long-distance race. Some days it feels easy, and other days every step is a struggle. But this verse promises that when we hope in the Lord, we can keep going without burning out. God doesn't just help us survive, He helps us thrive even when the journey is tough. Whether you're dealing with stress, grief, or just daily challenges, God gives you strength for each step. Step 5, walking without fainting. Finally, the verse says, they will walk and not be faint. Sometimes life doesn't call for soaring or running. It's about putting one foot in front of the other. God's promise is this: even on your hardest days, you won't collapse. You won't give up. He's walking with you, step by step. You're not alone. So, what's your next step? Maybe it's taking a moment to pray today, asking God for the strength you need, or maybe it's just reminding yourself that you don't have to do this alone. Isaiah 40:31 isn't just words, it's a promise that when you put your hope in God, you can rise above life's struggles, keep moving forward, and find rest for your soul. Take a moment to reflect on that, and if this verse has encouraged you, share it with someone who might need it too. Thanks for spending time with me today. Let's keep walking this journey together.